Dundee United 1-1 Rangers, Gers blow chance to go back top. When he finally had a quiet moment to himself, Giovanni van Bronckhorst will surely question his own part in what proved to be a costly afternoon on Tayside for Rangers. With his players still basking in the glory of an astonishing night in Dortmund, an adrenaline crash of some sort on a muddy Tannadice surface felt almost inevitable. If everyone in attendance could see the pressing need for the Dutchman to make at least a handful of changes to his side, why couldn't he? Not only did the Rangers manager make just one switch from the team that performed so admirably in Dortmund, he only went to his bench twice. It was perplexing, to say the least. The Ibrox side had sufficient opportunities to win this affair, but they were leggy throughout. In a title race that's tighter than piano wire, this was very much 2 points dropped, rather than 1 gained. You wonder how prominently Rangers' visits to Tannadice will be when the story of this compelling season is finally inked. As things stand, the 5 points they have dropped there feels hugely significant. There was no lack of industry or belief from Van Bronckhorst's side as they sought to peg-pack Ross Graham's first half header. The kind of razor-sharp attacking display that dismantled the German giants on Thursday was rarely in evidence, though. Joe Ribot's equalizer with 14 minutes was one of the rare occasions when Van Bronckhorst's men truly clicked. They have now dropped 9 points from 7 games since the winter break. Many more days like this, and they will have a mountain to climb. United's earned a share of the spoils through a momentous rearguard action. Graham marked his 21st birthday with his first goal for the club yet could have conceded 2 penalties. His bravery was equaled by all in the home defense. Van Bronckhorst resisted the temptation to make wholesale changes. Philip Helander displacing Borna Barisic was the sum total of the alterations. Aaron Ramsey did drop out off the squad, though, although the injury is not thought to be serious. Thomas Courts also largely stuck by the side which beat Partick Thistle last time out in the Scottish Cup with Charlie Mulgrew stepping into the spot vacated by Kevin MacDonald. On a heavy pitch that was problematic but playable, Rangers actually began with a zest that belied their travails in Germany. Ryan Kent might well have handed them an early lead having been played in by Alfredo Morelos. Graham made a key interception just as the winger was preparing to shoot. Charlie Mulgrew denied a Ribot in a similar manner before United survived a penalty scare. Mulgrew's clearance certainly struck the arm of Graham. Bobby Madden's view was evidently that it was still at his side. It took United some time to come up for air. A well-worked free kick bought space for Ian Harkes on the right. The American's cross seemed destined to be bundled home by Mark McNulty at the front post until Ryan Jack's timely intervention. Rangers dominated the ball but were wasteful with it. Scott Arfield's hesitation to shoot after a slick counter-attack was one case in point. James Tavernier's rising volley from Calvin Bassey's cross was another. United were dogged when they had to be. Graham rarely put a foot wrong. His block on Kent again prevented Benjamin Siegrist being called into action. Such moments gave them a foothold in the game and something to build on. They might well have gone ahead before they did. Ilmari Niskanen bobbed and weaved in the box and tried to find the far corner with a curling strike. Tavernier's touch took the ball round the post for a corner. The manner of the concession on 29 minutes will have appalled Van Bronckhorst and thrilled Courts in equal measure. Dylan Levitt's whipped corner should have been meant and rinked to the visiting defense. Normally so dependent, Helander didn't get off the ground. Graham did, his thumping header leaving Alan McGregor with no chance. The game immediately became more fraught. Ryan Edwards, Graham and Tony Watt were all booked in quick succession for impeding a roll call of visiting players. Morelos soon joined them for some off-the-ball barging of Edwards. A first half of huge frustration for the visitors ended with Tavernier launching his second free kick of the day into a defensive wall. Niskanen gave Tavernier all sorts of problems here. The Finn won another foot race down the right early in the second half and found McNulty with his cross. The striker couldn't get enough purchase of his shot to worry McGregor. Fashion Sakala for Arfield was Van Bronckhorst's first change on 58 minutes. The wonder was it took that long. The Zambian's introduction ought to have coincided with the equalizing goal. Tavernier's corner was headed goal-bound by a Ribot. Siegrist produced an outstanding stop but could not prevent the ball landing at Sakala's feet. Possibly impeded by a tug on his shirt by Graham, the substitute's follow-up was blocked on the line by Liam Smith. Sakala made a difference. An electric burst to the line preceded a cross which Morelos thought he'd turned home. Siegrist was again the difference. Kent had been quiet, but a superb spin left Smith for dead. He intelligently fired the ball across goal, but found Morelos arriving an instant too late. The Englishman was now in the mood. An excellent exchange with Bassi sent the full-back in behind. Glancing up, he had boundless options but identified Aribo as the best one. What a finish the Nigeria international applied, sweeping the ball first time high into the net. You could not say it wasn't deserved. Rangers' increasing desperation was illustrated by Amad Diallo replacing Helander. It had long become a game of attack against defense. It's fair to say the on-loan Manchester United player had had an interesting 17 minutes. At one point, the bemusement of his teammates, he gave up on a ball because he believed himself to be offside. He was not. That would have forgiven in a heartbeat had he done what was asked of him seconds later. Sent clear by Kent, Diallo beat Segrist, but clipped the outside of the post. With time fast running out, Mulgrew produced another excellent block on Ryan Jack, then Kent dragged a shot wide. Deep into injury time, Sakala's cross clipped the bar and went out for a throw-in. It summed up a day of plenty endeavour but insufficient quality from Rangers.